Tammi Kaur, head coach Tammi Reiss, and Ines Debroise. Once everyone gets settled, coach, if you want to have an opening statement on the season opening win.
Well, I want to thank everyone for coming out. You know, obviously we were really, really excited to finally play someone else other than ourselves. For our first game with so many new faces, trying to find our chemistry, falling into our roles, pretty pleased with how we executed. But really was asked the team to come out and just play hard. Play hard, let the game come to them. And they did that. So, you know, for our first game, I was pretty pleased.
Open up to questions.
Coach, the fashion in which you had so many new additions this year, and there was so much change, and there was a lot of rebuilding. Was this really the first time that you've done something like this in your time at URI? And how did you kind of go about that? What did you expect from tonight?
I think it was the first time in the sense that we didn't know what we were bringing in. Like other years, we had pieces that we knew what the roles were, what they established at their other schools. This time it was a lot of new pieces that, you know, weren't necessarily player of the years or first team all conference. So bringing them in and seeing how they would adapt to the role we're asking them to play. It really was the first time being at URI that we've done this. And also being so young, you know, taking a lot of freshmen in. And we have another one Palmyra, that's on the bench. She'll be cleared after the first 3 games, 6'3", kind of wing player, 3'4". And then we're taking another one in December. We have another one joining the team. So we will have maybe six true freshmen that will be with our team. So it is the first year that we'll be this young.
And did you feel like a lot of those questions were answered tonight?
I did. You know, the young woman sitting to my left, although, you know, she didn't have a huge role at San Diego, watching all the film on her and her capabilities, I knew that she could be a double-double. It was finding someone that could replace Maya and have an impact for our team, that liked to score on the block and can shoot the 3. And so, you know, tonight, I've seen it in practice, but seeing it in a game is another thing. And I think she did exactly what her role was: rebound and score. And that's what she did for us tonight.
Honey, how comfortable were you just off the court? It seemed like you were just a natural leader, vocal on the bench. How comfortable? I know your first game with a new team, but how comfortable are you?
I think it's just like coming here in the summer early, just like this team, these girls just make it easy for me to just jump in and lead. And I would just give the credit all to my team and my coaches, because they let me be comfortable in my own skin, and they let me have that freedom, and they let me have that, you know, work and all that stuff. And of course we have advice and all that stuff, but like just having someone who trusts in you and believe in you, like my team does and my coaches does, and let me do what, you know, what I can do to help this team, I think I'm pretty comfortable.
Coach, after Stonehill came out of the gates looking strong, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make to kind of free up your offense?
I think it really was just settling down. You know, that first game is always a little tight. You know, a lot of missed layups, a lot of missed cues, getting the jitters out. But, you know, we focus on defense. Let your defense set up your offense. We get good stops. It's going to put us. They hit the wall. They got tired in the second quarter. And suddenly we get stops we can run. And we can get out and get better shots in transition. So I think it was just a matter of really just settling down, taking care of the ball. You know, our first 2 scrimmages, preseason scrimmages, we really turned the ball over. And that was an emphasis today. I would have liked to see less than 12 turnovers, which is our goal. But I thought we did a better job at getting shots, because the one thing we did in both of those scrimmages was we out-rebounded our opponents. And I mean really we can rebound. Now we got to make layups and be able to score off them. But I think we had 22 O-boards today. And that's our goal is 15, right? 15 and hold the opponent under 10. So, you know, we did that job. But it was really making sure we got quality shots and then do what we do. And that's rebound.
Coach, how nice, last time you coached the game that counted, you were up in the stands in Paris. How nice was it just to be back on the sideline? now you can talk to your team during the game?
They probably would say, we wish Coach was up in the stands. No, it's, you know, different, completely different game, you know, it's nice to be on the sideline and you actually feel like you have an impact on the game and you're not just preparing them, practice. So it was nice to finally get in a game situation with them and see how they responded to timeouts, you know, all the little things that, you know, when you're in practice, it's different, the pressure's different. So how they came out of halftime, how they came out of timeouts, how we executed, certain things we called. I was really, really pleased with the execution, with the cerebrality of this team and the IQ of what we were supposed to do. Where last year's team in the beginning, we couldn't always execute. Yeah, we were very talented, but you know, they didn't take cues very well. And this team is very connected, and the more the season goes on, the more successful we'll be. Once we get our chemistry, we fall into our roles, but really, really pleased with how we executed, especially all the coaching cues. They did really well.
And as the last couple of years, there was a lot of the same faces, a lot of the same rotation on the team. What's it like as a player to adjust to such a different group this year?
I just, like, of course we have a new team, new faces, but my job is to be the point guard, so it's just like get to know all of my teammates and know like where I can put them in the best position to be able like to score as a team and make the good decision.
I mean, I know last year you said, you know, multiple times publicly you had a hard time getting them to play the way you wanted, practice the way you wanted, sort of present the way that you felt like your team should. In that respect, the 6 weeks of training camp and tonight, how has this group been to work with?
That's their best quality, is their coachability. You know, you say, you know, run, they'll say how hard. You say jump, they'll say, coach, how high. You know, and you can be hard on them, you can be soft with them. They're very, very coachable. They'll respond in any situation. That's the thing I love most about them, is they want to grow. They're not content, they're not entitled, they have no ego. It's, I want to get better. And so it could be me, it could be Coach Agni, it doesn't matter. And that's what makes them really fun to coach. And then they also play hard for you. And I told them the most important thing tonight was how hard we played. You know, you're not gonna control if you're gonna make every shot. We missed probably 22 layups today, I think. But defensively, we locked down when we said hold them under 50. Second half, I think they were stuck on 37 for about 8 minutes. You know, those are the things that you can control. Defensive rebounding, that's all. How hard are you playing? And that's what they did tonight. Even though our offense wasn't smooth, it wasn't great tonight, we got it done in our two areas of what really is your measuring stick. Can you defend and rebound? Because they're the guts. They take toughness. You got to play hard to get those two things done. Everyone wants to play offense. But when that's not flowing, will you do the other things? Tonight, that's what they did, but that's who they are. They'll do anything for you, for the we over the me. And they're a very, very unselfish group. And that's why I think our coaching staff loves most about them.
Any other questions for Coach and the players?
Hey, no one's gonna say, Ines, assist to turnover?
7 assists, 1 turnover.
I had to give her a shout out. I had to give her a shout out.
That was the point guard in you?
Yes, that was the point guard. Because what's your role?
Make my teammates in the best position.
Yeah, but what's the other one? Value what?
Value every position.
There you go, and she did that tonight. So
Great job.
I was
Ines.
very proud of her.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Go Rhody.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys.